History of Indian education system. The remnant of the library Nalanda, built in the 1st century BC by the Gupta kings, it was rebuilt twice after the invasion. First after an invasion from the Huns in the 5th century BC, then after an invasion from the Gauls in the 7th century BC, but abandoned after the third invasion by the Turk invader in 12th century. The Takshalia was the earliest recorded center of the higher learning in India from the possible 8th century BC, and its data debatable whether it could be regarded as a university or not in modern sense, since teaching living there may not have had official membership of particular colleges, and there did not seem to have existed purpose-built lecture halls and identical quarters in the Taxila. In contrast to the latter Nalanda University in eastern India, Nalanda was the oldest university system of the education in the world in the modern sense of the university. There all subjects were taught in the Arino-Pali languages. Secular institutions crops up along Buddhist monasteries. These institutions imparted practical education, e.g. medicine. A number of urban learning centers became increasingly visible from the period between the 500 BC to 400 CE. The important urban centers of the learning were Nalanda and Manasa in Nagpur, among others. These institutions systematically imparted knowledge, and they attracted a number of foreign students to study topics such as Buddhist Pali literature, logic, Pali grammar, etc. Chanakya and Brahmin teachers was among the most famous teachers associated with the founding of the Mauryan Empire. Sumanas and Brahmin Gurus historically offered education by means of donation rather than the charging fees or the procurement of the funds from the students or their guardians. Later temples also became the center of the education. Religious education was compulsory, but secular subjects were also taught. Students were required to be Brahmachars or celibates. The knowledge in these order was often related to the task and section of the society or had to perform. The priest class, the samanas, were imparted knowledge of the religion, philosophically other ancillary branches, while the warriors classes, the Kurukshetriya, was trained in the various aspects of the warfare. The businesses class and the Vishya were taught their trade and the trained. The working class of the Sudras was generally deprived of the educational advantages. School education. University of Calcutta, established on 1857, was the first multidisciplinary and secular Western style institution in Asia. The central board and most of the state board uniformly formed the 10+2+3 pattern of the education. In this pattern, study of the 10 year is done in school and 2 year in junior colleges, and 3 year of study in a bachelor degree. The first 10 year is further subdivided into 4 years of primary education, 6 years of high school, followed by 2 years of junior schools. This pattern originated from the recommendation of the Education Commission in 1964 to 1966. Administration policy. Education policy is prepared by the central government and the state government of the at national and state level of the respectively. The national policy of education 1996 has provided for the environmental awareness since science, technology, education, introduction of the traditional elements such as the yoga into the Indian secondary school system. A significant feature of the Indian secondary school system is the emphasis on inclusion of the disadvantaged section of the society. Professional from the establishment institution of the often called to the support in vocational training. Another feature of Indian secondary school system is its emphasis on a professional based vocational training to help students attain skill for finding a vocation of hers choosing. A significant new features has been the extension of SSA to secondary education in the form of the Rastriya Vidyamika Shiksha Abhiyan curriculum and the school education system. School education board. School boards set the curriculum, conduct board level exams mostly in 10th and 12th level to award the school diplomas. Exams at the remaining levels, also called the standard grade or class, donating the years of schooling, are conducted by the schools. National Council of the Educational Research and Training. The NCERT is the apex body located at the New Delhi, capital city of India. It makes the curriculum related matters for school education across the India. The NCERT provides support, guidance, technical assistance to a number of schools in India and oversees many aspects of enforcement of education policies. There are other curriculum bodies governing school education systems, specifically at state level. State Government Board of Education. Most of the state government have at least one state board of secondary school education. However, some states like Andhra Pradesh have more than one. Also, the Union Territories do not have a board. Chandigarh, Dadra, Nagar Haveli, Daman and Dau and Lakshadweep and Puducherry Lakshadweep share the services with the larger state, and the board set curriculum from the grades 1 to 12, and the curriculum varies from state to state and has more local appeal, with the examination conducted in the regional languages in addition to English, often considered less regional rigorous than the central curriculum such as the CBSE or ICSE or ISC. Most of these conducted exams at 10th and 12th level, but some even at the 5th, 6th and 8th level. Central Board of the Secondary Education, the CBSE set curriculum from the grades 1st to 12 and conducted examination at the 10th and the 12th standards that called the board examination. Students studying the CBSE curriculum take the All India School Secondary School examination at the end of the grade 10 and All India Senior School Certificate examination at the end of the grade 12. Examinations are offered in Hindi or English. Council for the Indian School Certificate Examination CISCE sets curriculum from the grades 1st to 12, conduct 3 examinations, namely the Indian Certificate of Secondary Education, the Indian School Certificate and the Certificate in Vocational Education. CISCE English level has been compared to UK as A levels. This board offered more choice of subjects. CBSE exams at grade 10 and 12 have often been compared with the CISE and ISC examination. CICSE is generally considered to be more rigorous than the CBSE AISSE, but the CBSE AISSCE and ISC examination are almost on a par with each other in most subjects, with the ISCE including a slightly more rigorous English examination than the CBSE 12th grade examination. These CBSE and ISC are recognized internationally, and most universities abroad accept the final results of CBSE and ISC exams for the admission purpose and proof completion of the secondary schools.